time I was delivering some shingles. It was kind of a hard job to get into. We had to reach over a garage, or over a house to reach the back garage. And so I went early to kind of scope it out. And so I met the old timer who was there. He was an old guy, retired. And he was a archery buff. He was, his garage, because we're talking about this garage, so I said, what's in there? And so he takes me in, it's all full of bows and arrows, and he makes them all. So I said, okay, well, I think we can deliver this. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll get you done. So the next day, me and another experienced driver go deliver the shingles, and we're there, and he comes out, and his wife comes out. Talk, sing, and then as soon as we're done, I let the driver go, and he says, hey, come in here. So we go in, look around, and he shows me how he makes bows the old-fashioned way. They're not compound, they're all recurves. And he tells me to pick one out. He says, pick one out. I says, you're kidding. So and the day before, he had told me that they're $500 to $1,000 bows. And so I says, well, gosh, you know, he says, you guys did such good work, and you're so interested in this, I want you to have one. So I picked one out, and I picked out like a 50-pound bow. He says, no, you need a bigger one. So he picked one out for me. So he gave me the one he wanted to give me. Very nice. I have it at home in the safe with all my other hunting equipment. But it was a fun story. Just to cross paths like that was nice. Other times, we've been delivering, and the homeowners come out and give us Gatorade, give us treats, want you to stop and look at what they're doing, you know, kind of spend time with their hobbies are, and it's rewarding. Actually interact with the people here that are my coworkers and the customers. It's fun to joke and interact and build relationships. So tomorrow, when they do need something, they're comfortable in asking for it. And I think that's a big part of this company, the heart. The heart of the company is the people in it. So that's my favorite part. We've got Holly here, who's our HR director, and we'll go over a little bit of the April Fool's joke, because he was one of the instigators of it. But before we get started, I want to show you my new favorite app. That's my kind of app.
He's got to pace himself. It's going to be a long day. Okay, so we're leading up to April Fool's, and I'm thinking the things I'm going to do, but one of the guys from the yard came and said, hey, Holly, we need your help. So first of all, I love that they enlisted me, because they knew, but they were going to set John up to shrink wrap his car with shrink wrap. So they asked me, they said, okay, we're going to find out if he's up in the office. So we sent a reconnaissance mission upstairs, and Louise came to make sure that John was in his office, and John doesn't have a window. So then they asked me, when the coast is clear, I have to page Miguel, put on your seatbelt. So they had this all worked out. So they came in, I got the thumbs up from Louise that John was in his office, and so I paged, Louise, where's your seatbelt? And then they did it. So then I went out, and his truck was shrink wrapped, so it was the two quietest guys in the whole company.
Yeah, the two instigators.
Yeah, so we got a photo with all the guys around the car, and they were really happy that they could get John, which... Yeah. What I think the best thing is that they know that John's playful and that they could do this for him, and that they set it up and came together as a group to get John, because usually John's the one doing the dumb jokes.
So what was your reaction like?
Well, my reaction was it wasn't too damaging. Sometimes pranks can get a little over the edge. This was great. It was fun, and I think if the guys as a whole, the outside guys can team up and do something as a team to prank one of us, it builds camaraderie, and I think that's the best thing about it. It's fun, it's clean, and they had a fun laugh at me instead of me joking at them or something. It was reversed, which was kind of prideful for them to get one up on me. So now I got to think of something to get back. I think they're waiting, saying, "What's he gonna do?" So.
So when he walked out, they were all watching, and they all started laughing. So then we went and got a photo with them, with John and his car.
Yeah, so I joined him in a photo. It'll be in a Christmas party. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's team building stuff, and I think Holly knows when it's good team building, and she's on board to help do that. It's good. It's good for the company.
We do a roofer's buck and a roofer's doe, which is a 5-spot, but the only reason we got a 5-spot is because John was laundering and passing out illegal 5-spots that I had to pay for. So we finally made him legal.
Yeah. Yeah, one day I made one up. I got a $5 bill, put my dad's picture on it, and anyway, so I gave one to Raul out in the yard. He couldn't speak any English. I said, "Raul, here's a $5. You've been working hard. You deserve it." So a month later, he has 21s and a 5, and for 25 roofers bucks, you can get a good certificate. So he walks into Holly and says, "Holly, I want to cash them in." And so she's going through, she's checking the sign-off sheet and everything, and all of a sudden she sees this 5-spot. She says, "This is illegal. Where'd this come from?" Of course, Raul is nervous. He doesn't know what to say.
I'm not going to accept it. It's counterfeit. So I put an email out to the whole company and said,
Yeah.
"If you've seen one of these, they're counterfeit.
Yeah.
Call 911 immediately."
So, God, it was just funny. So Raul, he ended up telling her, and then Holly honored it, of course. And it was fun. So then, since then, we implemented them. So we have 1s and 5s. But you got to go the extra mile to get a 5. That was another team building thing, because all the guys were rallying, wondering what's going to happen, and it kind of built some team camaraderie there. It was good.
Yeah, it gave me a good thing to tease everybody
Yeah.
when they'd come in. I'd say, "If you've got one of those counterfeits, you got to leave."
We got a possessed cow here. Woo!